People hear the words nuclear ship, and their minds often jump to scary places. They picture a vessel, leaving a trail of glowing green water in its wake. They imagine a ticking time bomb, one small mistake away from a catastrophic explosion. These dramatic images are staples of Hollywood and Cold War anxieties. They make for great fiction, but not the reality of modern maritime tech. The real story is far more interesting and much less terrifying. Nuclear-powered vessels are among the most advanced machines humans have built. They are critical tools for national defense, scientific research, and Arctic navigation. This video separates fact from fiction with a clear, straightforward explanation. We are going to unpack the truth behind these powerful ships. Forget the sci-fi horror stories for a moment. By the end, you will have a clear picture of what they are, what they do, and why they matter. At its heart, the concept behind a nuclear ship is surprisingly simple, and not all that different from older technologies. It's all about making steam. For centuries, ships boiled water to make steam, used its pressure to turn turbines and spin propellers. A coal-fired battleship did it, an oil-powered supertanker does it, and a nuclear carrier does the exact same thing. The revolutionary difference is how the heat is generated. Instead of burning tons of fuel, a compact reactor generates immense heat from a small amount of nuclear fuel. So, how does this reactor make so much heat? Nuclear fission. Neutrons strike uranium atoms. They split, releasing heat and more neutrons, creating a self-sustaining chain reaction. It is not an explosion. Control rods absorb neutrons, lower them to slow, raise to increase. Precise, stable control. A pressurized primary water loop carries heat from the core without boiling. In the steam generator, that heat transfers to a separate secondary loop. Secondary water flashes to steam, spins turbines, and drives the propellers through gearboxes, or generators for electric drive. That power runs propulsion motors, weapon systems, aircraft catapults, radar, and crew amenities. After the turbines, steam is condensed and pumped back to repeat the cycle. A closed-loop, ultra-efficient system that lets ships run fast for long periods without refueling, no glowing wakes, just engineered steam power, delivered differently. The story begins after World War II, intense, tech-driven years. The US saw a chance to transform its navy with atomic energy. The Dream, a submarine that could stay submerged for months and sprint at speed. On January 17, 1955, USS Nautilus made it real. Underway on nuclear power. Naval warfare changed overnight. True underwater predators were born. 1961, USS Enterprise, the first nuclear carrier, proved the strategic power of nuclear propulsion. The Soviets followed with K-3 in 1958, sparking an underwater arms race. Vast fleets of attack subs and ballistic missile subs formed nuclear deterrents. Civilian hopes rose with NS Savannah, technically sound, economically tough. Germany and Japan tried, but costs and port limits sank the idea. One success remained: nuclear icebreakers on the Northern Sea route, immense power, months of endurance. They keep Arctic lanes open where refueling is nearly impossible. Nuclear is a perfect fit. Today's nuclear fleet splits into military and specialized civilian vessels. 6 navies operate nuclear warships: the United States, Russia, China, the United Kingdom, France, and India. They are almost all carriers and submarines, missions where nuclear advantages dominate. Carriers are floating cities and air bases, huge power for jets, sensors, and speed to reach crises fast. U.S. Nimitz and Ford classes can go 20-plus years before refueling, giving near unlimited range and endurance. Subs gain stealth and endurance. Diesel subs must surface or snorkel. Nuclear subs can stay hidden for months. They gather intelligence, hunt subs, and carry ballistic missiles as a nation's stealth deterrent. Civilian use is rare. Russia's nuclear icebreakers keep the Northern Sea route open year-round. Icebreaking demands immense, constant power far from refueling. Nuclear excels here. The #1 concern is safety, specifically radiation. Modern naval reactors use containment, a sealed, high-strength compartment with heavy shielding, lead, water, polyethylene. Hundreds of detectors run 24/7. Any uptick triggers alarms and rehearsed procedures. Crew wear personal dosimeters to stay well below limits. If power fails, magnets release, control rods fall by gravity, and the chain reaction stops. Fail-safe by design. Lessons from past accidents drove decades of design upgrades in naval reactors. They are far more robust than many older land-based plants. Operators train over a year in classrooms and on prototypes. Deep expertise, continuous drills, procedural discipline. Professional culture is the ultimate safety system. These ships do not glow, and their reactors cannot detonate like nuclear weapons. Perception versus reality. Controlled, meticulously engineered systems with a strong safety record. Upfront costs are high. Reactors, shielding, complex steam plants, safety systems. A Ford-class carrier tops $13 billion. That's why commercial adoption lags. Thin margins. But life cycle. Nuclear saves billions in fuel and logistics over decades. Unlimited range reduces reliance on vulnerable fuel convoys. Operationally, nuclear emits virtually no CO2, SOx, or NOx. Major air quality and climate gains. Challenge: radioactive waste management. Small volume, high radioactivity, long-term storage required. Accident risk is low but serious. Navies and regulators plan accordingly. It's a trade-off. Known costs, major benefits. The future splits. Navies double down. Commerce explores new options. For navies, advantages in speed, endurance, and stealth are too great to give up. Commercial hope: small modular reactors, compact, factory-built, inherently safe, and cheaper to produce. They could decarbonize long voyages and cut refueling stops while raising transit speeds. Hurdles remain: global rules, port access, and public and investor trust. Bottom line, nuclear ships aren't floating bombs. They're engineered steam power with unique strengths and real responsibilities.